Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a review of Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always. Now, it's a film that's been doing the rounds at the festivals. It was at Sundance, it was at Berlin Film Festival, which is also called Berlinale. I actually watched it at Berlin Film Festival, and it actually won the runner-up prize in the Berlin Film Festival, which is the Silver Bear. So what this film entails is it centers around teenage abortion, relationships, female and male interactions, as well as friendship. And it's quite a kind of somber, downbeat film. It's not incredibly sad, but it is a bit of a downer, but it's still quite an interesting film. So in terms of its portrayal of abortion, I feel like it sets us up for different arguments surrounding minor abortion, teenagers under 18 getting abortions, the secrecy surrounding abortion. It also touches on these fake clinics that keep popping up in America. I've heard a lot of stories about it is basically centres run by pro-lifers posing as clinics who are either offering free treatment or something like that, getting in young impressionable girls and trying to coerce them into not getting abortions, or using tactics such as telling them that they are earlier along than they are so that they feel like they have time. Different tactics like that, which I thought was quite eye-opening. I thought it would just be something like they might tell you not to abort it, or they might show you a propaganda video, you know, those ones. But to go to the length of telling people they are the wrong number of weeks, wow. I didn't know it was that serious out there. I think that was very insidious, and I think that was very eye-opening, and it's, you know, obviously a discussion is to be had. I live in the UK, so I'm very grateful that I don't have to deal with these false clinics turning up, because I know that I think that's not actually entirely illegal in the US. But yeah, some interesting conversations are brought up, as well as the procedure of getting an abortion, you know, the things that people have to go through. And, you know, I know some people who have gotten abortions, and one thing that they say that they don't think that should happen is having to see the ultrasound. And on top of that, ode to the title, the Never, Really, Sometimes, there is this questionnaire that Autumn has to take that is like totally unrelated to the abortion, and it's just very intrusive into her sexual history and her relationship history. And I'm just kind of thinking, is this actually necessary? I'm not sure. I never had to have the procedure done. I don't know if that's too personal to ask, but you know, if anyone's watched the film, do you have to answer the kind of same questionnaire which is in the film? I just feel like that is just entirely unnecessary, and I feel like even the nurses kind of didn't want to do it, but you know, that is just their job. I don't know if that's what goes on in the US or if that's what goes on in the UK, but I think it definitely sparks a conversation about perhaps reform when it comes to abortion. Personally, I think I'd say 15 would be a good age to get an abortion without having to tell your parents. I think maybe under 15, yeah. I personally think universally it should be lowered to 15. I think 15, you know whether you do not want to have a baby. I think you're old enough to know whether you want to continue being a child or want to be a mother at this point. For those of you who don't believe in abortion, this probably isn't the film for you. What it does show is it does show the workers in a positive light, you know, the genuine workers, not the pro-life critics. How they do try and offer support to their patients, and I think it's meant to be like an ode to Planned Parenthood. I think they went to a Planned Parenthood clinic. I'm assuming they went to a type of clinic that helps people out, subsidizes things, stuff like that, you know. So they do put the workers at the clinics in a positive light. It is very pro-choice, the film. Yeah, in terms of I stand, I am pro-choice. I used to actually be pro-life, but I still didn't feel like I had the right to tell somebody not to do something, but now I'm entirely pro-choice. What was quite interesting about this film that I feel like everyone will notice is that all of the men in the film are absolute trash. Every single person, every single male character is trash. It's almost like a horror film. The men are zombies you need to avoid. Kind of find it a little bit weird that every single man was trash. Even the men that weren't mentioned were trash. But what do you guys think about that? I'm not really sure what they were trying to say there with that message, other than men are trash. Or maybe it was kind of, actually, it could be a sly dig, because people are saying, you know, it's men who are making the laws on people's bodies. It's men who are making the laws on women's body and making more restrictive laws on women's body. Maybe that was the sly dig there. My mind. But what did you guys think about that aspect of the film? That all looked like literally every single man was absolute trash. But yeah, in terms of the friendship, I don't know how I feel about it. Obviously, Skylar's a good friend and a cousin, but I'm not sure if I can support it, because I just felt like it was a very one-sided relationship. And what really pissed me off was that whole scene with Skylar and that guy, and when Autumn saw what was happening and all she did was hold her hand. I don't know how I feel about that scene, because obviously they needed something, but I don't know. If that was my friend, I wouldn't have allowed my friend to do that, to do what Skylar had to do. So I'm not really sure about that friendship. But obviously Skylar is a ride or die. Autumn is very lucky to have Skylar, but I'm not really sure if I can support that friendship. I kind of feel like it was kind of a toxic friendship, to be honest. Granted, Skylar didn't have to do that much. I feel like what she did probably wasn't that deep. Like, at the end of the day, you know, you got to do what you got to do. But I don't know. What do you guys think about their whole relationship? Because I'm a bit conflicted. Because I feel like Skylar's a good friend and she did what she needed to do to support Autumn. But at the same time, should Autumn have allowed that? What do you guys think? I feel like it was a decent film. It definitely offered some commentary on abortion and teen abortion, and the conversation surrounding that. I wouldn't say there wasn't really a happy ending. It was just sad through and through, which I feel like was the objective of the film, because it's meant to be based slightly on reality. But yeah, what did you guys think about Autumn? Did anyone feel sorry for Autumn? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really feel sorry for her. I didn't really feel any emotion for her, to be honest. But what did you guys feel about Autumn? But yes, overall, I felt like it was a decent production. I feel like it did what it needed to do. But I particularly wasn't blown away by it. So I think overall, I'm going to give it 3 out of 5. But yeah, if you haven't watched the film, let me know if this is a film that you're interested in going to go see. If you have watched the film, let me know what you thought about it. Let me know what you thought about my review. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you have, don't forget to put that notification bell on so you'll know when the next review is dropping. I have quite a few reviews coming on this channel. So yeah, stay tuned guys. Till next time guys, bye!